Live. Now we just gotta wait for YouTube to pick up on that. And it picked up on it. Send it to everybody so they know that we are now live. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. It's taking its sweet old time here. Come on, Streamlabs. There we go. What the hell is what is my title here? Why did it get rid of my S? Save. Alright, there we go. Hello everybody, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to the stream. Today I am joined by Rondo.
Yes, hello everyone.
Who would be streaming on Twitch right now, but Twitch is very stupid and he is not able, and you guys aren't able to hear me very well on his stream. So, you'll just see basically this footage, but on his. Or actually, Rondo, can't you still record it? Or do you have to stream?
It has to be like a stream. It doesn't like it otherwise.
Yep, I have a solution for that, but that'll be in the future. You and AK can reap the benefits of my labor. At some point, we are going. Okay, what is going on with AK? Before we get to the review, what is going on with him? He just like he's like, oh, I could do this time, but like I asked what day, I never got a response.
He's a busy guy. I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, today we're reviewing Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones.
Yes. We are, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So, what do you wanna start with that?
Well, do you want to start with the positives or with the negatives of it?
Let's hear what you had to say about the negatives.
Oh. Nearly everything in this movie is very negative. But let's see. Let me think about some of the ones that stuck out. The worst one for me by far is probably the dialogue.
Oh yeah.
It's just god awful in this movie, and I don't know who wrote it.
It's
But
George Lucas.
Well, yes, but like people who followed up on it and somehow let them come out. I don't know. I really don't. And a lot of the things that are wrong with it are things that were wrong in the Phantom Menace, but it's just like on steroids. Like once again, there's way too much CGI in my opinion.
I thought the CGI looked way better. Like it was significantly better.
I think some of it's better, but like some of the scenes they use CGI when it's just not necessary. Like, you're telling me you can get, like, one person to dress up in clone armor, like, when there's scenes with just one clone trooper?
Yeah, that was a little absurd. I really don't know what happened there. That had to have been a budget cutting thing. I really don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they just did CGI to do CGI, because there's definitely... I doubt Star Wars had a budget cut. But, yeah, that was another thing. It was, like, really slow. I forgot how slow a movie it is. There's like no action in the first hour besides the attacks on Padme in like the first 20 minutes. That's it.
I guess I didn't really. I guess it's hard to see. It's hard to put it into like this is my first viewing and like saying there's not enough action. Action is like being a problem just because like, well, you don't. As a not a first viewing, it's hard to say whether you're bored because you like as somebody who has seen it, you know, several times. It's like there's going to be action later, and so it's hard to diss it on there not being enough action. But I guess in a movie that's called Attack of the Clones, I guess you would think there'd be a lot more action. But I guess
Yeah,
I didn't even really. I guess I didn't even really pay attention to that. I guess I wasn't really thinking there was enough action just because, I don't know, it didn't bother me. Because I knew what was coming. So
Yeah.
I think that's the thing about a movie is though, like on a first viewing, the movie might be pretty bad, but I think after a second viewing, it gets significantly better.
Yeah, maybe my complaint should be more about the pacing per se, that all the actions in like the last half hour and then the first hour, there's just absolutely nothing of interest. And like I really didn't like the chase scene that much in Coruscant in the with Zambos, and I didn't really like that too much. I don't know. Didn't think it was that exciting.
Hmm.
What
I
about
mean,
you?
I didn't mind it. I thought it was good. I don't know. I I one thing that one thing I don't know if it upsets me or I don't know if if it was just a dialogue fault on George Lucas's part, but where they constantly would like Obi-Wan constantly say, "Oh, I hate when he does that." And I'm like, "How often does he jump out of a speeder?"
Yeah, or when Anakin like in one scene says like master like 6 times in a row.
I forgot about that. I guess I didn't really
That was
pay
pretty
attention to
bad.
that.
Yeah, it's like right when they're walking in to get Sam Wilson at the bar or whatever.
I
So,
guess I wasn't. But again, I guess maybe you're right. It's a little boring there, and so I just stopped paying attention. But I mean,
yeah.
the dialogue it is atrocious.
Yeah,
I,
I've never been like more, I don't know, not believing in the love scene or love than like Anakin and Padme.
well, see, so I watched a video, and they said if you read the novelization of it, the love makes a lot more sense because like Padme is like physically attracted to him, and like just finds him all in all just attractive, along
Yeah.
with she likes how vocal he is about his feelings and stuff, and
Yeah.
she likes the fact that he's a Jedi, and that if he wasn't a Jedi, it wouldn't work. I don't remember what the full reasoning was why she liked him being a Jedi, but she likes that he's a Jedi, and she likes the way. So it's just in the novelization, it makes a lot more sense, and so in the movie, it just doesn't come across that way, and again,
Yeah.
that's just George Lucas's. That's just a fault of the dialogue. Like you literally, if if they, I mean, if he hadn't come off so creepy, like seriously, I think that's Hayden Christensen's fault. I think it'd be more believable if Hayden Christensen had just, you know,
No, some of it's the dialogue is bad. Literally, at one point, Padme's like, "Please don't stare at me like that," and his response is, "Yes, my lady," and he does like creepy eyes.
well, yeah, but is that,
Literally,
but the
I would literally
creepy eyes
put
though is that
this
a,
Anakin on a sex offender list in this movie. He is that creepy and disturbing. He would be on a restraining order list, and yeah, right away he's just creepy. Very first scene with Obi-Wan in the elevator, creepy.
but
Very first everything.
okay, but like, it is that like is that because of what they told him to do off screen, or was that something that was written into the script? I don't know, and I don't think you know either. Like, did they
Well,
tell
I
him
mean,
to look
from
creepy, or was that just him reading the script thinking that's what's gonna be? Like, who do you blame on that? Or
well,
was it literally just Hayden Christian
you
just
could
being like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want, and
you
does
could say
something?
it's Hayden Christensen, but at the end of the day, the producers and George Lucas send the movie out there. If you think he looks creepy, you tell him to redo the scene and not look creepy. So I
So
think if they had an issue with it, they would have fixed it, and they
so
chose not to. I think he was okay with it and how he looked.
so then I guess you could blame George Lucas then. Maybe
Yeah, I
I
would.
don't know how that would be his vision, but apparently it was.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know what I really don't know what he was doing. I have a lack of words for many things in this movie.
Well, honestly, I think the dialogue is really only bad in the first half of the movie. Because truth be told, the second half there isn't a lot of dialogue, and the movie gets a lot better.
Yes, it is a lot better, and yeah, it's a lot better when they're not really talking.
Yeah, but then the CGI takes a crap, and it's like, what? The one part of the movie that's supposed to look visually good, and you literally take a dump. It literally takes a dump.
Yeah.
That upset me. I was like, you have this amazing CG, like I would say, like pretty damn good CGI at the very beginning of the movie, and then
Mhm.
the part of the movie where we need the CGI because now we're done listening to your horrible dialogue, and what happens? There's nothing,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing, and the CGI just falls apart, and it's like, how do you do that? And all the
Yeah.
backgrounds, they look atrocious.
Yeah. And going back to that Padme and Anakin thing, another thing is I don't know how she like falls in love with this guy that literally admits to pretty much genocide after killing a whole tribe.
So the novelization, that was another thing. They uh they kind of just glossed over that in the book as
Yeah,
well. They glossed over that.
I would
Something
gloss
about
over that
like
book.
she just understood that he was angry.
Uh, yeah,
I, she I don't know. That part
yeah,
that part was a little, yeah.
yeah.
Even in the
I just,
book, there's not much they can do to get around that.
yeah, I don't know. It just seems, yeah. I feel like that'd be kind of a breaking point for most couples if you just go out and kill like a tribe of people.
Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's do an experiment.
Uh, experiment, huh?
This sounds like a Dr. Sheep video. Putting memes to the test. Will your girlfriend stay with you if you murder a bunch of people?
Yeah,
Testing memes.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like sand. You know, looking back, and the I don't like sand part wasn't as bad as I think everybody played it up to be, at least in my opinion. Miranda says
It's
hello,
pretty bad.
BFFs. Hi. I don't. I don't know. I felt.
Really.
It felt. It doesn't feel as bad as I think people play it up to be. At least I don't see it that way. Yeah, sure. It's not. It's like. Is that really the best thing you could say right there? But it's not.
No,
But it's not atrocious.
it's pretty bad kill.
Okay.
Imagine, imagine just trying to hit on the girl you like, and then you just go on like a little rant about how you hate sand after she just talked about how water's nice or something. She's like, I like the water here, and he just goes on this rant about how he hates sand.
It's not even
Coarse,
a
rough.
rant. It's literally 20 words. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
His line delivery was atrocious. I will give you that much. But you got any
Dude,
Netflix recommendations? No, I don't watch Netflix. Netflix is kind of bad, to be honest.
I heard Queen's Gambit's good. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but I heard it's good.
That's about the only thing I've heard from Netflix that's good. Anyways, um, no, it was. Let's put it this way. I don't think I think it's justified. He's telling her like, you know, I know you like sand, but it's a difference. He doesn't like sand, she likes sand, you know, whatever. It's like
Yeah.
it's not like, yeah, she was talking about the water, but you know, she also mentioned the sand, and you know, it's like you might as well tell her like, yeah, I mean, I'll go to the beach with you. I just won't enjoy it. That's but maybe that's just because that's what I would have done in that situation if I hate sand. Yeah,
Another thing.
I hate the
Sorry,
beach.
you can go. Yeah, another scene I thought was kind of corny was when they just rip off Padme's shirt in the Geonosis fight scene.
I love
And
how it perfectly crop tops her, and I'm like, wait a minute here, what?
yeah, and like when you first see her, there's like blood all over her back, and then you just she probably should have bled out or something, but
Or I was like, where's the infection here? What is? I know it's a Star Wars. I'm like, she rolls around in the sand, and I'm
yeah, if you
just
go
like, how you should have an infection. There should be some scars.
yeah, if you look back at that scene, all the blood's completely gone when she gets up off the sand, and there's no blood there. It just looks like her shirt got ripped.
I mean,
There's no scars or anything.
we don't know
No
how
dried blood.
we don't know how deep. We don't know how deep the claws went. I will guess
All right.
we
I
don't.
mean, if you had to guess based on that animal and it taking a thing out of her back and her screaming, how deep do you think they went?
I mean, I've screamed when a cat freaking claws me,
Okay, imagine
and then you want to drop kick it across the
tiger-sized
floor.
a tiger-sized cat scratching you. Do you think you'd at least bleed for a while, especially if you're running around trying to survive?
All right. Well, you also have to mention this is a kids movie.
Yes. It's not like I'm not saying like she has to be bleeding everywhere. I'm just saying maybe you could like have some dried blood on the back or something to show that it was bleeding at one point. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of corny how they
Yeah.
just like, all right, Portman, get out there. You're gonna have pretty much just crop top on, and yeah,
Yeah. I was thinking
skin
like,
tight white shirt.
I was watching it back, and I was just like, wait a minute here. What? I was watching it back, and like she has that outfit on. I'm like, I thought that was a crop top, and then I was like, wait a minute, the cat tears it off to the point where it becomes a crop top. What? So I'll go. So I get to that scene, I watch it, and I'm like, no, no, this is no, no, you're not. No, I can't. No, this isn't. No, you're not doing
Oh,
this.
that's another thing that reminds me. All right, so Palpatine's whole thing started. His real rise to power is from Jar Jar Binks.
Oh
Leading a
yeah.
Senate charge for him to get more power. And I'm like, all right, there's
The-
no way any senator in their right mind would have Jar Jar first lead the charge, and then if he somehow did lead the charge, that people would listen to him. I feel like that'd be a guy where you're like, all right, if he's on your side, you're going to lose votes.
Well, so that was I thought that was pretty funny. So the scene in which they're discussing oh, excuse me. They're discussing how, like okay, like Anakin and Obi-Wan and them, they're all in trouble. How do we save them? And they're like, only if there is some way for only if there was someone who would be brave enough to do it. And they're like talking in this tone that I'm like, what? Wait a minute here.
Yeah.
Are they what kind of joke is this, like is this a joke or like just the way they were delivering the lines, it was like, oh no, whatever
Mhm.
should we do? Only if there was someone that could help us. And I'm like, only if Padme were here. And I'm like, what's going on here? So
Yeah.
what is this line delivery? Like what? I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I'm
These
like,
cows are getting up.
I don't know why Jar Jar did that. I really don't. But another thing is when the Jedi finally do get to the Colosseum, they perform some full-out frontal charge at the droids instead of maybe just going up into the Colosseum and fleeing. I don't know why they do an all-out frontal assault.
Okay, I also watched in another video. They talked about how the Republic completely screwed up the uh the attack on Geonosis. They did a ground assault when they had air and space superiority.
Yeah, they could just orbital bombardment
That,
after
that,
getting
that that's
to that.
exactly what the guys like. Like, why? What are they doing? Why would you do this? You have clear space advantage. Their
Yeah,
ships aren't even in orbit yet. Here we are, doing a ground assault that results in the death of a lot of Jedi and a lot of clones.
yeah,
And it's like, when I first watched it, when I remember watching the scene back a long time ago, I thought, oh man, this is a pretty cool. Like when the clones show up, like, oh, this is a pretty cool scene. Watching it back now, I didn't have that same feeling. I was kind of just like, this isn't. I'm like, yeah, the clones are here, but it's like, eh,
yeah,
it's not. All right.
yeah. I'll bring up a positive I do have about it later, but yeah, I don't know what the I don't
Cow.
know what they were doing with
Cow.
that.
You
What?
whore. Sorry, there's a cow that just decided to escape my pen,
Uh,
and I just
but
called
yeah,
it a whore.
I don't know what they were thinking with that frontal assault. That Larry just kills half the Jedi Order right there.
We do have to remember the Jedi are not generals. No matter how
Yeah,
much the Republic wants them to be generals, they are not generals.
still, like, where's some common sense here?
They figured they could. They figured they were gods. They could block every shot.
Yeah, I guess. Another complaint I had is how Django died. The kind of a bad death scene for Django.
Uh, Mike said Jar Jar's Sith though, and Lamar said true, true.
It is brought up that he used his force powers to
Convince
convince
everybody.
yeah. If Jar Jar was a Sith Lord, I take back any criticism I ever had about the prequels.
I mean, even if he's not a Sith Lord, I mean, the Emperor alone is already uh doing a lot of work. Like he's already manipulating people.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I just I still don't like that they had Jar Jar do it. If they would have had like I don't know who would have done it because we don't really know the other side of the Senate until you watch the Clone Wars series. But yeah,
They could have had what's his face do it.
I'm talking about Bale,
Yeah.
except he was on the other side, so he wouldn't have done it.
What? Yeah, he was sitting there in the room when when they were talking about somebody that could go in. He like acted as if he wanted.
No, because he was against it with Padme, like the creation of the army. They didn't want that.
I thought Padme didn't want the army either.
Yeah, Padme and Bail Organa didn't want the army. That's what
Oh,
the whole
that
thing of
was
the
what
Senate
happened.
was. Then Jar Jar's just stupid and it's like, well,
Misa gonna do it. Misa gonna save
okay.
the day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why did Padme pick Jar Jar as her representative of choice?
I mean,
I
it
would've-
makes sense.
I would have rather picked a random kid off the street and said, "All right, kid, you're gonna go have some food, watch the Senate not do anything, and you're just gonna sit in the seat and not say anything."
Well, she
You're not
picked a
gonna mess anything
Gungan
up.
because that represents the other half of her planet.
I know that's what actually makes sense, but it's Jar Jar.
I mean, I guess she could have picked a different Gungan.
You could have had a hologram of Jar Jar there, and when he's like actually, I don't know, being tortured or something. That'd have been better.
A hologram of him being tortured.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Those are some of my main complaints. So. Did you have any extra complaints?
Um, gotta think for a minute. Let's see here. I mean, complaints. Like I said, I liked it more than I thought I would. But let me see here. Oh, okay, Dooku. They don't explain him enough. In this
Yeah.
entire series, unless you watch the Clone Wars, but in the movies, they don't explain him enough. They act like he's still like a Jedi when he's clearly freaking, oh, my Jedi powers are much greater. Like, you're clearly a Sith Lord. You freaking have lightning and a red lightsaber. You're
Yeah,
clearly a
it's so
Sith
weird.
Lord.
It's just kind of weird that he's not in the first movie at all, and then he's
Yeah, that's a little
brought up.
upsetting.
Same with Grievous. That Grievous isn't really in the second movie, and then he's brought in the third. They're just kind of like the Clone Wars expands on him a lot more, which is nice. But yeah, so I'll talk about that later too. But so is that your main other thing? You didn't like how they used Dooku?
Yeah, I don't think they explained him enough.
Yeah.
And they also kind of made it seem like. And also, so why didn't Yoda? So in the battle with Dooku, why didn't Yoda, when Dooku threw that giant structure down on Anakin and Obi-Wan, why didn't Yoda throw that at Dooku's ship?
I think Dooku had already left by the time he like
No, 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 no,
went to
no.
move it.
Yoda was still freaking like wow, wow, forcing it, while freaking Dooku like leisurely walked onto his ship, turned it on, and left. Like literally, Yoda was still just messing with it. Freaking, he left right when he left like the ship started its engines right when the thing hit the ground, and then finally left. It was like, Yoda, what are you doing? Throw the damn thing
Well,
at his ship.
I'm pretty sure that he couldn't actually like move it that fast to get over there, because like he literally just stops it from falling on him and like moves it 5 feet past Anakin and Obi-Wan. So it's a pretty heavy thing. I know like you can technically move anything with your mind, and it's like as long it doesn't really matter about the size, but that was a pretty big object, and I would have found it hard to believe that he could move it there in time, because he like barely moves it past Anakin and Obi-Wan. So I don't think it was just some easy feat that he could do that.
Well,
And
I mean, it
it,
didn't see. I mean, obviously, yeah, it wasn't going to be some easy feat. But, I mean, he could have at least tried.
yeah, I don't know. I think it worked for me. I think it was just like a little plot device for Dooku to get away. So
I mean,
I,
Dooku could have
I
still then
I'll
just, like, cut down those clones and, like, force pushed Padme away and then still gotten away.
yeah, I'll buy that I'll buy his escape. I don't have too much of a problem with it.
I wish they would have done a little bit more with his Force Lightning, because I didn't feel like it was on the same level as the Emperor's.
I don't think it is though,
Well, I know it's
honestly.
not, but like I don't think they did as good of a job like with the emperors. Like the emperors, like when the emperor does it, you like I swear the emperor has like some recoil, and he's just like, "Nyeh." And
Yeah,
Dooku's just like fingers, and then just lightning like crawls out of it and hits them, and it's like anything else, literally anything else. It doesn't really seem like Dooku's
yeah.
really trying.
I think one thing is that Dooku's like tries to be more elegant than Sidious, who kind of just lets all of the power out at once, and just holds it, and it's like more aggressive. I think Dooku's like more elegant. You don't really ever see him get like a fit of rage, which
Right.
makes him kind of a weird Sith. He's just like he's more elegant. He's like he's not really yeah. I don't see him as a true Sith really, because he never really does anything that we see with hate in the movies or anything. He never gets like so mad where he just starts like wailing on an opponent. So
I suppose. Hmm. And oh, we don't really find out about like Dooku being Tyrannus until like a long time after.
yeah, I
I
don't know if we ever know that his name's Tyrannus in the movies.
Yes, we do.
Oh, maybe we do. At the
At at the
end of the
very end when
episode.
the Emperor's
Yeah,
talking to him, he's like, "Very good work, Tyrannus."
yeah. So I mean, yeah, but that's like it's like a little scene where if you're not paying attention, you're kind of screwed. But yeah, I don't know. I think Dooku's just probably not handled well at all in the general scheme of things.
Yeah,
So,
which is upsetting
hmm
because he could have been a really cool character. I think you would have had some pretty great interactions. So,
yeah, there's a lot of characters that could have been handled better.
okay. What else? Well, okay. Any other gripes?
Not that I can think of really.
Okay. What did you find good about the movie?
Um, what I found good about it, I liked Django as a character just in general. I thought his armor looked cool. I like how he runs with the pistols. That was kind of a different look that we hadn't seen before in Star Wars, with him going double wielding pistols. So I like that. One of the things I do like about in general in the movie is that George Lucas tried. He tried to be creative. Like he thought of new stuff. Like all this stuff's new, and you see a bunch of interesting stuff that is dove into like you literally made a spin-off series, which is the Clone Wars off of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it has so much potential, which is good. Which is one thing I don't think you can say about the sequels. I mean, I don't know if they can even make a spin-off because we didn't really get any world building at all. So I
Something
thought as a universe it expands a lot, which was nice.
I guess I should have. One of my gripes was back when Obi-Wan was like, "Oh, not like you've done it before or whatever, blah blah blah." I really wish now that they would go back and do some sort of series about those 10 years before Attack of the Clones.
Oh yeah, in between.
Yeah, because now it's like after watching, I realized how much they actually allude to it, and it's like the cinemas is like any of this would have made a better movie. It might have made a better movie,
Yeah,
and it's like I wish we could see that. I don't like how they just kind of leave all that on the table, and it's just oh, all right, it happened.
yeah,
That's
it's kind of
about it.
interesting how they do it, and you could argue that the Clone War, like the TV series, the Clone Wars, is like one of the best Star Wars stuff there is, just because the quality and like all the stuff you learn about it, and it takes more time, which is I think it helps enhance the prequels a lot because it gives it a lot more background, and people that watch that can have more of an understanding, which is nice. But it's kind of I can't really give points to Attack of the Clones for like just having a good branch off when I can give you creativity, but that's about it.
Hmm.
You shouldn't really have to depend on a TV series to like I don't think should depend on comics
Oh.
or a TV series to help your movie. I think that should just be like a little add-on for people who watch those things. It should just be a little benefit. You shouldn't have to like depend on that for it to make more sense.
Yeah.
So that's just one thing that I like, just the creativity.
Oh my
What are
God.
some of the things you like?
Um. So sorry. I was taking damage in Minecraft. I had no idea what was going on, but the world was glitching and the drown was invisible. Um. So okay. What I like. Here I am. Like I was playing devil's advocate. Now I gotta think about what I actually like. You can't put me on the spot like that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things. Actually, oh no! I actually have something. Something I wanted to make a comment on that was just kind of strange and kind of like weird. Why does Padme change her stupid outfit literally every single damn scene?
Yeah,
Like
she's a queen. That's all I got.
what?
She's a queen. That's all I got. Plus, George Lucas is like, how can we make Natalie Portman look attractive in all these scenes?
Well, let me tell you, that shirt she wears, that'll do it.
Oh dear. But yeah, literally at one point when like they're having breakfast or whatever with the Lars family, she's like wearing this fancy outfit, and these guys are just literally like farmers that came in from like a hard day's work. It looks like, and she's just wearing this like very fancy outfit. And I'm like, something seems out of place here.
Oh yeah, that was, yeah. And then like the next day, she tries to put this outfit on that I'm just like, you tried, you tried
Yeah,
to
just
blend in. I mean,
yeah,
don't get me wrong, I don't like it, so it's more of a farmer type thing. I mean, it blends in a bit better, but it you still look out of place. Sorry,
yeah,
Padme. Okay, something I liked.
yeah.
So I
You should be a defender of this movie, and I'm not hearing any defense.
well, I think it I think the something I didn't notice when I was younger, but the whole mystery, like the whole like thing with uh Obi-Wan going on and investigating the cloners and basically everything. I thought they did a
Mm.
much better job with that. That they did a pretty good job. Like, you're curious, like, Camino, what's Camino? And,
Yeah.
oh, who erased it from the archives? I thought they did a pretty good job with that. It's like, that kept you kind of engaged, even though the movie was kind of like, oh, okay. Like, they keep flashing back to, like, Anakin and Padme, and you're like, okay. But then you get back to Obi-Wan, you're like, okay, yeah, this is the interesting stuff here.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
almost it's almost as if the adventure with Anakin. Maybe George wrote it as a comedy. Maybe we're supposed to cringe at it.
I don't know. I think you're getting George a little too much credit.
Well, I ridiculed the man. All right, I'm I'm putting him out. I'm putting him out here. All right, I'm trying to save his ass.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I do agree with you. The Camino is very creative. Clones, like I don't know, back then it didn't look as good. One of the things that the movie struggles with is, well, they don't really give them a whole lot, but humanizing the clones. They're just the CGI mess, kind of, where they're just everywhere, and the Clone Wars gives them more of a personality and stuff. So that makes them more well liked over time, which kind of helps the appearance of clones.
But I mean, that makes sense though. Like, I think for what they're going for in Attack of the Clones is like, what the hell is freaking Bedrock? I swear. They something they go for in Attack of the Clones is like it's showing that these clones they are just clones. They're not there's nothing more to them. And it's just a battle droid replacement. Instead of having droids, we have clones and they're people
Hmm.
or whatever. I think I don't think he's relying on it at all because the movie doesn't have time. The movie has to develop a crappy relationship between Padme and Anakin, all right? It doesn't have time to then develop, Captain Rex, Commander Cody. Doesn't have time to go in depth and develop that. I think he did a great. I think they did just fine with having the crappy CGI with the clones.
Yeah, I don't know. It
They
just,
could have at
yeah,
least had some real clones, especially when there's one or two. But
yeah.
yeah,
Plus, we see that the Morrison guy is a good actor since did so good with Boba in the last episode.
yeah.
So yeah, he could have been given a better
You mean
role
Django?
or more. Yeah, it's the same actor.
Well, yeah, I guess. But we don't know that. This is 2003 we're talking about here. Okay, we don't know that.
That he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I mean, probably. I think Django did fine. I think he was a good actor.
We have Lena Derritt says, "Hello, I'm from Russia. English I don't know, so write through Google Translate if you can. That please communicate with me via Google Translator. I'm a Star Wars fan." Oh, um, I guess it's kind of hard to do that when we're when I'm playing Minecraft and that. I don't have any moderators. Guys, talk to her. Mike Lamar, translate. And Russian, talk to her. Help her out. Anyways, so I think people like to bash on it a lot more than it probably deserves. It's just the movie. It doesn't. Even though you want to cringe, but you only cringe when Anakin talks. You know, it's literally only when Anakin talks. When Obi-Wan talks, you're like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. When Padme talks, okay, whatever. Okay, when Jar Jar talks, you just want to die.
Yeah, I will say, Natalie Portman. I think she did a lot better job acting in this movie.
Oh,
Ewan
10
McGregor was
times
still
better.
great. All the actors, besides, I don't know what they did to Hayden Christensen because he's absolutely. I like him in Revenge of the Sith, but in Attack of the Clones, I don't know what went wrong between him and George and conveying what was supposed to happen, but he's bad. He's bad in Attack of the Clones. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But everyone else is great acting wise. Yeah, I like everyone else.
Yeah. I hmm. I think other than like if they were going for a whiny, stuck-up brat with Anakin, which honestly makes a lot of sense. He's the chosen one, so he has this kind of, I would say, entitlement to him that he has this level of entitlement that just I think that's why he's whiny, and I think that the whininess, the entitlement makes sense.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
Trying to
I
communicate with.
agree that he should like have his powers and kind of make him more like that he wants to do more and that he gets frustrated when Obi-Wan doesn't let him. But they
Hmm.
kind of like play it off like more like a 12 or 13-year-old whiny kid instead of someone who's like if it's like 10 years after he's supposed to be like about 20 or 19. So
Also,
they
have
I
you
think they
met a college student though?
you're telling me this is a college student who whines like that?
I've
I
met
mean,
college students that whine like that. All right.
I mean, he's been trained. He's supposed to like have some control because he's like a Jedi. I
What?
just don't get that
I don't think
at
it.
all.
No, I think he is supposed to be a Jedi. He's a crappy Jedi. He doesn't. He lacks control. That's why they won't let him become a master. He lacks control.
Yeah, he does, and this is for certain. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that I think they messed up the age a little bit. I feel like he could have acted a little more mature. Like I get him having the gripes, but I feel like he's like a 14-year-old whiny kid instead of say someone who like yeah, I think they just should have played it off like someone who wants more like a promotion or something. Like if you want a promotion from a job rather than like a 13-year-old kid who didn't get like a toy he wanted.
I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like because we don't. I want to say we don't know as much as we want to know. I can't. I'm trying to communicate with a Russian in the chat, guys. In the chat, if you can communicate in Russian for me, that would be great. Go,
Don't Google and
go to Google Translate and do it. I can't do it when I'm streaming. Unfortunately, help the poor girl out. All right, I can't. I can't do it myself. Help poor Lena out, please. Anyways, uh, oh boy, I think. Hmm. I don't know. Okay. I gotta think about all the good things here. Oh,
music
actually,
was good as usual.
what?
The music was good as usual. I'll give it
I
that.
think a lot. I think actually people really enjoy Attack of the Clones music a lot.
John Williams is always good. Oh, the I Love Democracy meme. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's in there. I always thought, I always read that like, because the way he says it in the movie is not the way I would say it in my head. I always imagine like a more Sith Lord vibe
Yeah,
when
he
he
just says
says
it
it.
so calmly.
It's like,
He sounds like a politician when he says it.
he sounds like he's actually trying to convince them. He's like, I love democracy. I don't,
I don't want to do this at all.
I don't want to do this. So I mean, Palpatine actually is acting good. It's actually pretending to be, not a Sith Lord very well. As to where in most scenes, it's very clear that, hey, there's something a little sus. And Yoda, even in the previous one, picks up on that. I tried to learn
Yeah.
English somehow, but it's hard for me. Yeah, English is very difficult, trust me. Even as a native English speaker, English is a pain. Oh, poor Lena. I don't have any way of helping her. If I wasn't... If I could go to Google Translate, I would. But, oh, fun fact. You know the factory scene?
Oh, yeah, I hated that scene.
It was written on the plane ride to the shoot day. Like,
Yeah,
George was like, oh, this is a good idea, and literally adds it in.
I hate that scene too.
Sub to Dr. Sheep and EB Rondo. Oh, thanks, Mike. I think she might want a little more than that. Can you sub? I only like Palpatine and his new robe and throne in episode 9. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, it would be. I don't know. I don't like Palpatine in episode 9. He didn't. Wasn't the same
Seems different.
Palpatine. Wasn't the same Palpatine.
Um,
My favorite Palpatine has got to be episode 3 Palpatine, but that's next. That's the next time.
yeah. I don't know. Only another positive. I like how they tied Anakin's mother into kind of stardom on the path to the dark side.
Oh yeah, hundred
I like
percent.
that.
They
I
have
like that.
that's in that they were. That was like, yeah, this guy's gonna be evil, all right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was. I kind of figured that with the killing of the sand people. That made sense.
Yeah, it made sense to me too. So, those are my positives from the movie. That's all I got.
Yeah, they asked. She asked, "Do you think there'll be 10, 11, 12 episodes or not?" I personally hope not. I mean, the sequel about Ray. There isn't going to be any more episodes. It's a trilogy of trilogies, so they've killed it.
Yeah,
They're
I
gonna do
don't know
more of the
about all the next
spin-offs.
ones.
What?
I heard they're making one on the High Republic. I think is the next one.
I think that
It's supposed to.
is that like gonna be
What's
a
that?
new trilogy or
Yeah, they're gonna make another trilogy.
oh about
It
the
won't
High
be until
Republic?
like the mid, yeah, mid to mid. What do you call it?
But that's like 2,000 years
Mid
before.
20s.
Yeah, but that's like 2,000 years before. Uh
That's old Republic, not High Republic.
oh, High Republic.
High Republic's like the years leading up to the current Republic that we see. So it's like I don't know, 100 or I don't know how many years before, but it's a decent time before.
Oh, so we
It's
do.
supposed to.
So we'll get like a young Yoda.
I don't know. I don't really know the timeline. I just know it's in between the old Republic and the current Republic.
Hmm. Okay.
So
All right. Well, there you go.
yeah,
Um.
that's what they're planning currently, at least.
Fascinating. All right.
Mhm. So let's finish it off, and you give a score or your letter grade and finishing details.
Okay. All in all, the movie isn't as bad as it used to be. But if we're going based off of, say, we've seen the original trilogy and this one and the previous one, it's obviously the worst of the ones we've seen so far. But if we want to fast forward to today, I know you think it's a lot worse than Episode 7. I think Episode 7 was good, and this had been before Episode 9, I would have given it a lower ranking than Episode 7. But because of Episode 9 completely retconning literally anything that's happened before, she's talking about. Are you talking about the Old Republic? We were talking about. I was talking about the Old Republic. Rondo was talking about the Republic, the current Republic, not the new one, not the one in the sequels. The Republic leading up to Episode 1. Thank you, Lamar. So, I think it, because of Episode 9 retconning 7, I give it a higher score than maybe most people would. I'm giving Episode 2 a oh good god. Uh a solid D plus, maybe a D. Yeah. D plus to D.
Fair enough. I'm gonna give it a D minus. So,
Mhm.
and I put it pretty close to the level of episode 8 and episode 9. It's pretty close.
No, I can't. I
It's
absolutely hate those movies with a passion.
yes, that's why those get Fs. Well, most likely. But
Hmm.
yeah, I have it at a D minus. The only thing I find redeeming about it is that it creates the clones and it does expand the universe and gives us a lot of interesting things. It it has a bad score because the romance is bad between Anakin and Padme. The dialogue is bad.
Yeah, they could have
At some
fixed that.
parts, the CGI is bad.
Some parts,
The
the second half.
yeah. I don't like how they killed Django. Jar Jar's still in it. Slow for the first hour, so the pacing's pretty bad. And yeah, that's why it gets a D minus just for being somewhat creative and some couple good things.
You want to talk about bad pacing? Episode 9 is bad pacing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get its thing too. Don't worry.
It's
Just
gonna
wait.
get its probe.
Yes. So next time we'll be doing Revenge of the Sith. So
When do you want to do
we're still
that?
talking about. We're still I don't know. May possibly Sunday, but if not, it'd probably be sometime during the week next week again. So he'll Dr. Sheep will keep you updated on that.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, I guess I should tell everybody we're getting a Discord. So Lena, in a few hours, uh, or actually towards the end of today, this will go live back on YouTube. And since Rondo and I are about to finish here, I'm gonna keep streaming afterwards. I will Google Translate that we're starting a Discord, and so if you want to talk in the Discord, then we can easily do Google Translate.
Google
Oh,
Translate.
yeah. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska. That's where I live. That's in the U.S. So yeah, uh, Revenge of the Sith. I don't know when it's coming. I'm hoping Sunday. I really want to do it Sunday, or we can do it next Tuesday. Actually, one of those days will work.
Sounds good.
And then that Thursday, this Thursday we just can't do it. I mean, unless you want to do it in the morning.
Probably not. Probably can't do Thursday. Plus, we'll give it a little bit of break too. You can always stream something else. Not all your viewers probably want to listen to Star Wars.
True, I
But
can.
so yeah, we'll talk about it, and yeah, I'll probably get off now. But thank you all for watching on his stream. We'll try and figure out the Twitch thing. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, he couldn't hear me. I don't know. That was weird.
Yep. So thanks for everyone's watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Sheep and me if you get the chance. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
All right. I'll let you go.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye. Okay. Okay, viewers. Hello. How are we doing today? What do you want me to do? I can go to Google Translate and do some Russian translations here. So, Google Translate. There we go. English. We want Russian. All right. Let's see here. We are starting a a Discord chat. I say server. If you want to join, it will be in the description when this video goes live. Thank you. Thank you for the good streams. I'm posting some stuff in Russian. Hopefully Lena will get that. Yes, thank you. Thanks, guys. So, Tuesday morning, I'm willing to stream. Not Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, I'm willing to stream. What do you guys want me to stream? Do you want me to do some farming sim? Do you want me to keep playing on this? I don't know. I'd have to talk to like Kyle and somebody to get him on. What do you guys want me to do? I'm willing to stream Thursday morning again. Let me know. Yeah. So, we guys, actually, I want to know, what do you guys think of episode 2? What are your opinions? Let me know. I'm curious. I guess Lena gave her opinion. I don't have a Discord, unfortunately. Memory in the phone and all. Ah. Okay. Um. Well, all right, let's go translate here. Well, then we can figure out. I have a Instagram and Twitter. See, I can't play Minecraft and do that as well. What do you guys think? Okay, I guess everybody left. I guess everybody said, okay, they're done reviewing Star Wars. Doc doesn't want to know. Doc wanted to talk with everybody, but everybody left. All right. Bye, guys. So I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Thank you very much that at least one message that was been translated. I'm sorry I just didn't write about the sequels and about 12 episodes that I wrote above. I have Instagram. Ah. My Instagram is in the link. My Instagram is in the description. Paste. Okay. Well. Gotta get back to my house here so I don't die. Alright, well, looks like everybody left me. They all were just like, okay, enough of the Star Wars review, and Doc's just gonna play Minecraft, so. I'll wait for Lena to respond, and then I think I'm gonna sign off. Thanks, guys, for another amazing views. Alright, cool. Awesome. I'm ending the stream. Should probably just do. Alright. Paste. Alright. Oh, I guess everybody left. Alright. Thank you all for watching. This will be up sometime later. Alright. And